Ah,
Oh, you know what? I gotta bring you out of that. That's why. Come out of that. That's why I let you come in. I gotta get you out of that. Don't worry about
what do you mean?
it. Easy. I'm gonna get you out of that.
We live, Mickey.
I know, but don't worry about it. I got it.
What you mean? Wait a minute. I'm putting in a reboot. So you concentrate on your stuff.
No, I ain't sharing nothing no more.
What you mean you not sharing nothing?
I gotta get you up out of there. I forgot I put it in there. Here we go. We at the animal kingdom.
Don't you talk about my babies.
They know we outside.
You gonna
Help!
you gonna roll up off
Help!
Louis Polo. That's what you gonna do. You not gonna talk about them.
We
I'm gonna let you
outside.
know that right now. Hello everybody. I'm sorry I'm late. But come on, tap on in. Tap in and share. Share and tap in. And tell everyone that I'm back again. A little bit late, but I'm here. I'm telling you, if you are a parent, this is the week of school orientations and getting ready for school. And I got to give a lovely shout out to St. Paul Lutheran School and Mrs. Marianne Buck, the principal. Great school if you are looking somewhere to send your children to in the city of Flint. Um, Mickey, are you there?
No, I left the building.
Well, I mean, technically, you did. I mean, that's why we're here now. But I'm just saying. Just let me tag a few more people. Let me go to my page. Did I share it to my page, Mickey?
Yeah,
Thank
you
y'all for
can.
being patient with me.
You
Again,
can now because I gave you access to it, but I got to get
thank
you out of there.
you. Got to give me access to what? I can share it.
I gave you access by accident. Don't worry about it. I got you. Get you out of there.
Shout out to A10 News Media Group. Oh, look, I can see everything on the side, Mickey. I can see all the everything.
I know because I let you in.
Oh, Mickey, look at there. Oh, I can put stuff on the.
Yeah,
Oh, look at Tony said there go Ookie and Dookie. He gave me some special permissions tonight that I wasn't supposed to have, y'all. I can put stuff up here on the screen.
yeah.
He
I
can,
messed
I
up.
won't have it next time, but I'm
You
gonna take
better
advantage
believe.
of it today, y'all.
You better,
Hey, Mama Quill,
hey,
how you
Mama
doing?
Quitter. You better believe it, Jack.
I got a virtual hug. Hey, Kermit, yes. Look at everybody.
I messed up. I let her get in.
And orange covering eyes. I don't know what that means. Hi, Miss Mary Davis. Science significant. Hurry up. Excuse me. This is my show. I'm doing the best I can. I don't have that much to talk about. Why you hurrying me? I don't know you like that. But how's everyone doing? And shout out to A10 News Media Group. And like I said, the greatest producer in the world,
Look
Mickey
at her.
Jordan.
Now you can see the
I want
YouTube
to.
side of the game and Facebook. You see that?
Oh yeah, I can see everything. Hey, what's up, Clack?
Oh, Clark
Hey,
in this. Clark,
yeah,
what's up?
Clack in here. Joshua Randolph and Anna Rodriguez. That's from the DMC, right? DMV.
DMV.
DMV. Let's say DMC, DMV.
Right.
So, listen, first of all, I'm sorry I was late today. Like I said, I was doing school orientations. I had things to do. I am a mother. Mom duties always come first. And if you don't understand me, I don't know what to tell you because I'm always gonna put my kids first. And so something happened right before I got ready to go to orientation. Not like my message has been going crazy and everything. And so I was reading them and I got to, you know how you can see a preview of a message before you actually click on it, like in Facebook Messenger. And it was a lady, she totally screwed up my name and everything, but I just happened to click on it. And she said, no, I don't know if you remember me, but I seen you down at council. And she said, I need your help. I don't know anybody else to turn to. And she said that she stayed at the shelter in Flint, and she said it's really bad what they're doing to us over here. And she said that they refinishing the basement floors. What she alleged that they were refinishing the basement floors. They wouldn't open up any windows for them at night. They wouldn't let them go to any other parts of the building and sleep. She said the smell was horrific. And then also in that, she said that they have one bathroom. And she said the one bathroom that we got, she said is we have to share it between 50 people, 50 people and like 10 children or something like that. And it just touched me. Like I'm like, somebody actually took the time to really write me all of this, and I didn't know what to do. So I just made a post and I said, somebody just help, like help. What do I do? And so when I got out, I was so shocked to see, when I got out the orientation, I was shocked to see that Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter. I want to say, shouts out to you. Thank you so much. She went over there and she checked it out and she went live and she said that she talked to some of the residents that stayed over there that were on the grounds when she got over there, and they said it was pretty messed up. And they did have to share one bathroom between like 60 of them. And she said the fire marshal had came in and shut the basement down. And I said in my post today, like, you just never know where your next meal gonna come from. And I don't know why that particular post just stood out, but thank you, Councilwoman Winfrey Carter. Somebody tag her and tell her that I said thank you so much. And I thank you all for just being terrific, and whoever just, made sure she seen the post, or if she just seen it on her own. I want to thank the Facebook family as a whole, because that's what you call working together for the betterment of the whole community. You don't have to wait. You don't have to just not go because they didn't call me. I don't need the credit. I don't care who went. I'm just glad somebody went and checked it out. And her being a councilwoman, and she said that the last update I checked, I haven't been back on her page. She said that she was waiting for, and she also messaged on that post that I posted today. She said that she was waiting for Mr. Paul Kilgore, I think, who's the owner, to give her a call back, because she had some questions about the conditions that the residents said that they were living in over there. So I just really wanted to cover that at first. And again, shouts out to Councilwoman Winfrey Carter for the work that she did, going above and beyond her duty as a councilwoman to go check on the least of them. That's what we're here for now. That's 810's rebranding moment right now. 810 is a platform for the people. And I will continue to say that, and I will continue to fight for that, and I will continue to believe in that. And while we believing in that, if you haven't already, and those of you that have, I thank you so much. I'm like Barack Obama. Yes, we can. Whether it's $1, $5, or $10. If if 5,000 people gave $1, it'd be $5,000. We got a GoFundMe account up now. We're trying to get some new equipment in the studio. We stepped out on faith, and I just believe that God won't let us down because He brought us this far. So without further ado, we got some things that we're going to talk about that from yesterday, and some current topics that I want to touch on today. Again, thank you for joining the Wyntis Hall show. A little late, but hey, better late than never for those of you that know me. So, thank you. Shouts out to Mrs. Kenya Simmons. If you all have not been out to BUT5 Beauty Supply in Grand Blanc Township, right across the street from the Grand Blanc Township Police Department, it's a black business. And August just happens to be Black Business Month, and she has a beauty supply store. Look, we got a black beauty supply store in Grand Blanc. Can you believe it? So make sure that you stop in and support Miss Kenya Simmons. And the reason why I'm giving her the biggest shout out in the world, because believe it or not, I was sending Hill Harper the spam, y'all. I was sending Hill Harper the spam. I didn't know. I didn't know that that was the real Hill Harper. I didn't know that he had Wyntis Hall phone number. It's your girl's a little popular. And so he texted yesterday and he was like, we're still on for today at noon. And I'm like, yep. And it was it was about 10:45 and I called Mickey crying. Like, what we gonna do, Mickey? We ain't got nowhere to go. Where we gonna put it back? What we gonna do? Blah, 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 blah. And I called Miss Kenya and she said, girl, I got you. Come on up here. She said, that's what we're here for as a community to help each other when we are down. So this community thing that we got going right now, I appreciate it. And shouts out to you. And like I said, support her Beauty Beauty Supply Store in Grand Blanc Township. And for those of you that are looking for a trade, um, once you learn a skill, I remember Maurice Council, former council, and Maurice Davis used to always say, like, once you were to learn a trade or a skill, that's something that you can nobody can ever take away from you. And this Saturday up there at the Beautify hair salon, they're offering, I think from 1 to 3, a free hair braiding class, like the basics of braiding hair. Child, you know how to braid hair. Listen, I got 2 girls and people are charging with hair included 200, 250. Mickey, you got a daughter. You know that stuff ain't cheap. So if you can find a trade for learning how to braid hair, a skill like that, something that'll take you on forever, you better take advantage of the free class. So that's what I want to talk about that. And so yesterday she hosted, we had the one and the only Michigan senatorial candidate, Hill Harper. He came here, and I was glad to have him. It was a good conversation. We're gonna do a part 2. Like I said, the platform is open to anybody that wants to come on and talk about um, they're running, what they're running for, what they plan on doing. And so he's just trying to clear up a lot of misconception, misinformation. I guess that's the new word for the decade, y'all. Misinformation that was out here in the community. And he was very passionate about it. And he said he was willing to come back to also, get the rest of his message out. Now, one thing that I didn't know, and me and Mickey looked kind of crazy when he said it yesterday, is that they plan on eliminating more people from the water settlement lawsuit. Mickey, wasn't that crazy when he said that yesterday? Did you hear him when he said that?
Oh, yes, I did.
And I hate Trevor, and Trevor was there as well. And yeah, I was shocked. We haven't heard anything about that. At least I haven't. It may be people on here that do keep up with all the ins and outs of the water settlement lawsuit. Um, but like I told him today, nobody's gotten any money, and it looks like to me, this is the words of Wyntis Hall, that they are trying to get rid of as many people as they can. So, and I think you only get a limited amount. So my question is, what happens to the money that is left over? Bigger question for me is, what's happening with all the money that's in the bank now? What's the interest? Who's getting, interest? It comes up, it goes up really high, really fast, especially on large amounts of money. So I'm really wondering, who's getting that interest money? Hey, Shardy Shard, thanks for checking in. And Melissa, my homegirl, that's my homegirl, Melissa. So, Mick, did you have any takeaways from the Hill Harper interview? Anything?
Not really. Not really. No more. I was. No, remember me and Trevor was outside talking and stuff the whole time.
Trevor was in there a lot, though. You must have been outside. I seen Trevor in there a lot because I would look up every so often because the sister was just a little bit starstruck. He was in a Tupac movie. That's all I'm saying. He was in a Tupac movie, and I showed a friend of mine a picture. I was like, I interviewed Hill Harper, and she was like, who is Hill Harper? And I showed her the picture. She said, that's Dr. Hawks. I said, who the hell is Dr. Hawks? And she said, oh, that's Dr. Hawks from the TV show. So that's where people know him from TV. But I didn't know, he has a background in politics. We hope to touch on that in part 2. Like I said, platform is open. You decide. Lord knows I'm not picking another side. I don't care who you vote for. My job is just to get the information out there, let the people talk. They want to come on 810. What did my colleague Trevor Berry Hill say? If they have time for 810, 810 has time for them. So, boom, there you go. So, guess who else had time for 810? Flint City Council. Let me tell you, I fell asleep at least 27 times last night. I was so tired I didn't know what to do. They finally got started. It was quiet. It was just quiet. It was real quiet without Councilman Mays there. But it was long. They can't blame that meeting. It was a short agenda. Everybody, oh, it's a short agenda. We're going to be out of here fast. Mm-mm. I left. I typed in, shouts out to Arthur Woodson because he stayed down there throughout all of the pain. And I typed on A10's page, go to Arthur Woodson's page because I'm tired. And I was tired and I went home. And when I left them, they were still down there talking and talking and talking. Now I had a few takeaways from yesterday's meeting I do want to talk about. One thing before I left, I found out that Jane is tired. Jane told everybody, in case y'all don't know who Jane is, let me back up. Jane. Jane is Flint's CFO. Jane came from a trucking company. Jane also came from a temporary agency. So yes, the city of Flint is working with a temporary agency CFO. But last night, Jane was tired. Jane stood up in the back of that dome last night and she put her hand on her hip and she said, I've been doing this job for 5.5 months. No deputy chief of whatever the name of it was. It's just been me. And I'm tired and I need some help. And then so as the conversation went on, Councilwoman Tanya Burns said, Jane, she said, oh, let me stop. She said, let me put some respect on your name. I paraphrase. She said, acting CFO, Jane. Jane said, not for long. Not for long. Mickey, they can't even keep Jane. Why you think Jane want to go, Mickey?
Have you been down there?
Yeah. Yes, I had a cocktail.
Oh no, I'm seriously. If you've been down there and see, I'm just gonna say this: when you got council, council people that can be bought off
Yeah.
for candy, a lot more bad negotiators,
Mm-hmm.
very very bad negotiators.
Mm-hmm.
You'll want to get out too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They can't keep nobody. Ain't that crazy? They just can't keep nobody down there.
Hold up? Did you hear when Quincy was talking about that emergency manager?
Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. No, I didn't. But tell me what happened. I'm gonna write down my thoughts because
You was just right there with me. We was down in front row when they was talking about the garbage
I wasn't paying
contract.
attention. I was still stuck on Jane. Jane showed her ass last night,
We'll
child.
finish with Jane. Finish with
I was,
Jane, and
I
we'll
was stuck
swing
on
back.
Jane. So Jane, they asked another question. They was asking a lot of questions. Last night they had they didn't already passed the budget. Okay. Jane already told them we already in a deficit. Matter of fact, Jane said that we are 400, almost $500,000 in the hole. That's what Jane said. I wrote that down. That's from this year. This year just started. This year fiscal year just started. I had wrote the numbers down. What Jane said, because Jane said a lot last night, and then Jane also said from last year she did confirm what Councilman Mays had already said, that they was in a deficit last year too. And what was that? I think it was 1 point. Do you remember what that was from last year, Mickey? I think it was 1.3, 1 point. Something Jane said. Where my people at that was watching it? Y'all comment. Jane
remember,
say,
remember, I was in the hallway with Ed. When Ed was
you
like,
always gone somewhere.
I
But you
was
know,
there
we gonna
though.
be good witness though,
Yeah,
because Nikki don't hear nothing.
remember
He
when they
always
were.
gone.
Remember when they was talking, when Jane was talking, I seen Ed said,
There
Lord
we
have
go. Here
mercy.
we go right here. Jane said for the 2022 to 2023 budget, deficit was 1.5 million. And for this year already, I think because their fiscal year, I believe, starts July 1st, $469,000 in the hole. Jane said, I wrote it down in quote. Jane said, I won't be CFO for long. Mhm.
Mm,
So that brings me into what you say, Quincy, say about what?
nothing. That emergency manager. I can't stand that. I let you get access. I get it together.
Oh, that's okay. I got it today. I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it. But City Hall is a mess. The quality of life in Flint just gets worse. The citizens deserve reparations and the water settlement money. You're not lying. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Sorry about Louis and Polo, y'all. They don't like the bunnies. Just pretend like you don't hear the dog.
Well, 810 is live from the vet.
You know what? We don't have a studio. This is the best that we can do. And that reminds me, everybody go to the GoFundMe. Those of you have donated to the GoFundMe and Cash App, we appreciate you. As soon as y'all get me out of this situation, y'all won't have to hear Louie and Polo no more. But until then, enjoy the doggies. so,
Can you write us in the budget, sisters? They might as well put us in the budget. What the hell?
Jane, they putting everybody else in the budget. So Jane said if they didn't collect enough tax revenue,
Hope
um,
everything is good for your son, Miss Malone. She said,
oh yeah, yeah, everything, yeah, Karen. We hope everything went well. So Jane said that if they didn't collect enough tax deficit,
um,
if tax revenue, the deficit was going to go up more than the $469,000 than where it's at now. And so you said, what did Quincy say?
said that I couldn't hear you over scrap and mud.
I said, what did the kids is not here to help me with the doggies tonight? They don't like the bunnies that be in the back. My dogs don't realize that they're doggies, okay? They don't go outside that much. So tell me, what did Quincy say about the, you know,
We're going down the rabbit hole.
that's what he
We've
said?
seen this before. I'm just summing it up. I can't give you all the verbiage Quincy gave. I'm just trying to make it short and sweet.
Oh, Louis really having a fit. Sorry, y'all. So when we was, I post the agendas for y'all to make sure that y'all follow along on Flint Politics Reboot. I post them all the time because I feel like it's like a learning moment for all of us because they come up with new rules every week. This week they had a new rule. I forgot the number to that one, but when they asked for separations and the changes in the agenda, and the Dale said something about I would like to do it immediately and in sequence. Councilman Mays wasn't. Polo, baby, mama's on. I can't come help you right now, okay? I know. Okay, and Liddell said that she wanted to do it in sequence and immediately. And I don't know what that meant. So, but they're coming up with a lot of new rules. And remember, also on Flint Politics Reboot, I posted the new 17-page rule book that they had. So when the look, I got the thing right here. So when the new council came on board, they stopped the investigation. What investigation? Mickey, why you take my stuff off? I was shocked. Quincy voted for his people. When did he vote for the people? That must have been after I left because when I left, they were still talking about some other stuff. Somebody said poor Polo. I told y'all they just don't like dogs. I mean bunnies. So the first thing that they talked about yesterday in council meeting was priority waste. It's a new. It was that was interesting. If you was there, it was interesting. You can take that off the screen if you're trying to play. That was interesting because a lot of people had a lot of things to say about the new garbage contract. So right now, the garbage contract that we are in, they want another six. They want another year extension for 6.7 million, and then they want to do this agreement. Also comes with an additional 5 years. So they want to renew the next year that they in plus another 5 years, which gives you a total of 6 years. Okay, stay with me now. So Councilwoman Jerry Winfrey Carter, she she said that, well, if they presenting us with what they want, how come we haven't sent this out for bid? And so that's a good question. Why are we letting the garbage company tell us what they want to do? How come it didn't go out for bid? So that's a good question. What I really liked, and I clapped my hands last night, even though he gonna dog my little podcast next week, I'm sure. Quincy Murphy. He has been down since day one. I give credit when credit is due. I don't care who you are, if you like me or not. Why can't we bring our garbage collection back in house? So then people got excited. You know who got excited? Jane. Jane is the CFO. Remember, Jane is the CFO from the temporary agency. She has no municipality experience. She does now because she's been doing a job for the last 5.5 months. But Jane came from a trucking company. Jane was so excited when they said that she didn't know what to do. Jane said, I know all about trucks. I know everything that you need to know from the rudder to the about a truck. She said, but we don't have, Jane was talking, if y'all could have seen, what's my man's name down there? That's my homeboy, Ed Taylor. He was standing behind Jane like, why don't she shut the hell up? Jane said, we ain't got enough mechanics down here now to fix the cars that's broke down. I know we not gonna find no mechanics that know how to operate on these big trucks because they require a different skill set. Oh, she went on talking about the trucks and the city of Flint can't find the workers right now that we need. We're understaffed everywhere. Oh, Clyde got 3 department heads. Oh, Jane was talking her ass off last night. She's right. She won't be there for long. Jane went on to say that to get a CDL Class A driver, they're not going to come work down there for the city of Flint for $17. She said they can go anywhere and make double, triples. Jane know about trucks. And she went on and on and on and on. But Jane said they're short-staffed everywhere. Shout out to Jane. I don't know if I ever see you again, Jane, but you did a lot of talking last night and a lot of information that we didn't know. So as we went back to that garbage contract, an administration lady came up and said that she was concerned about the market value if they resent it out for bid because everything has went up and the bids may come back higher. Well, then Judy Priestley, she put a motion on. Now, like I said, we don't have to like each other. I don't really care. I give credit where credit is due. She said, let's table this for 1 month because we got a lot of unanswered questions. We got Jerry who's saying, why we not rebidding this garbage contract? Now we always got issues when it comes to garbage contracts in Flint. And Judy said, well, let's table it. And the administration said, well, we mad because it may come back up. It may come back up too high. But then it said something that caught my attention. Then it said, if we paying 1 year for $6 million and some change, and you saying that on a good day with the city of Flint, when we had our own garbage trucks, when we only had 12, we can buy all of them if it's only, I think James said 400,000, maybe with some extra bells and whistles or whatever. We can do that ourselves and bring it back in house. Made sense to me. But I think it was Liddell. Wasn't it Liddell again, Mickey, who said that no. Now I could be wrong, but in my mind, I do think it was Liddell who said it would cost too much because of workers and health insurance and stuff like that. I could be wrong. Don't quote me, but I think that was Liddell that said that. So I kind of got little questions about that. So resolution 230250, they wanted to give some ARPA money, $25,000 to Habitat to Humanity. And that failed. That was interesting that it failed. I thought they would have sent that back to committee, but it seemed like it's a lot of people switching now. They switching. You know, it's like sometimes I think politics is musical chairs. You know, every time the music gets to playing every so often, it's just like wherever the people laugh. Then it's been acting real good since he got that recall on him. This is the Dennis that I hope we have if he's successful and gets back in. I'm just saying, I like this Dennis. So they had a lot of questions. It's a lady, she works down there, guys. Shelly Sparks something, something. Y'all put the name in here if y'all know who she is. But Dennis said it was no. He wasn't voting yes to give. Yes, I know, Stephanie, I know. But he's been doing good lately. Dennis said last night that he wasn't going to vote for $25,000 to go for this. $25,000 was going to Habitat for Humanity to help with down payment. And he was like, that just doesn't make sense. And so Liddell said, well, she wanted to raise it to $100,000. I mean, she was doing some weird stuff last night. And Quincy said, well, wait a minute. I got some more questions. Again, shout out to Quincy. Quincy said, well, I know, Mark, but I'm just telling you what happened last night. I just got to tell it like it is. So Quincy said last night, I got some questions about this qualifying for this Habitat money. I'm hearing word on the street, Quincy said, don't paraphrasing, that we got to be current with our water bill. We got to be current with our house, our property taxes, our house insurance, and all of that. People in wards 1, 2, and 3, we can't even get house insurance. Some of us don't need house insurance. Some of us, the house insurance costs more than the house. And we didn't do all of that. It is stipulations on that money. So they're giving it to the nonprofits who gonna make you qualify for your own money. They turned that down. Liddell was like, oh, but y'all wanna see people in homes. Y'all wanna talk about home ownership and all of this. Well, the $25,000 was not to fix up homes. It was for down payment assistance. And then there was a discrepancy in that. Some said it was $5,000 for how many people, you do the math. And then other people said it was for, I think it was Murphy who said again, he heard it was $500 if you bought a land bank home. That's why I say they don't do their homework. They don't ask questions. They don't ask enough questions until it's right there. And I think Liddell was upset because she said, these are suggestions. These are suggestions coming from this ARPA committee, which Tanya Burns said, well, is the ARPA committee getting a stipend? because I'm go to the City of Flint page right now. Go look up the ARPA committee. It's going to tell you in the paragraph that it's a revolving 6-month committee, revolving members. So the members should be up in August. They should be selecting another 12 people. And it also said that they was going to get a stipend paid from the community foundation and assistance from the Mott Foundation. That's what they said. We didn't make that up. So Tanya asked. Jane said, I don't know what you're talking about. Clyde. Clyde stood up and said, Lottie knew, but she gone now. So don't nobody know? Don't nobody know what's... Do we even know how much ARPA money they got left? We get ranges and stuff like between 20 and 70 million. That's a big difference. Oh, between 30 and 40 million. That's still a big difference. We don't know anything. Nothing. Mark, they are not serious people. Mays needs to question Jane. He's the only one who understands the in and outs of government. Well, there's more people that understand the ins and outs of government, but I do agree. They passed Stephanie. Now we already know he don't know nothing. He really blames it on other people. I think Clyde is very educated and he knows the answers. He just doesn't want to say the wrong thing. That's all I'm saying. Clyde is not like Jane. Clyde is not ready to go. Jane told y'all last night I've been doing 2 people's jobs for 5.5 months and I'm tired. That's not what she signed up for. That's bad when the people from the temporary agency want to leave you. So then they went on to talk about Court Street Village for another, this was interesting too. They want to give them $200,000 of your ARPA money for roof replacement and home repair. And then they wanted to give them another $225,000 for paint. Now, what I found really interesting about this is that it came out that administration fee is 10%. If you know me, I'm always hollering when you give your money to a nonprofit. Don't think that they're not going to take the administration fee off the top. They said it. I didn't. But they also said that that ain't what they asked for. Let me see if I wrote that down too, because I was trying my best to take me some little notes last night. I was trying to be that the girl in the Flint Beat. Shout out to the Flint Beat, because she be doing her little notes and stuff. But I don't have it. I don't think I have it. But the lady stood up. They had 2 people there from Court Street Village. Court Street Village. That's who it was. $200,000 for home repairs, $225,000 for paint. She said, we didn't ask for that much money. We only asked for 100 and something thousand here. And then we only asked for 100 and something thousand there. And so everybody looked. She said, well, I believe it was Councilwoman Burns again who asked her, or either was Councilman Pfeiffer. Well, what do you mean? She said, oh, the mayor called us and asked us, did we want some more money? Did he call any of the Flint residents to see if you all wanted some more water assistance money? I'm just asking for a friend. I'm looking for the likes to go up on the screen. Okay, I don't see them. That's what I thought. Now, how does that even make sense? Does that even make sense to you? I asked for $100,000 for my company, but then the mayor calls and say, well, girl, don't take 100,000, take 2. And then they came and told it. The math just is not mathing. Like, either Flint has an abundance of ARPA money to just give away, or either something else is going on. But I can't figure out the something else. How much ARPA money do we have? How are they selecting these nonprofits? We don't know anything. You know why? Because the ad hoc committee, which consists of Judy Priestley and Liddell Lewis, they only let stuff slip out when they get caught. Like they let it slip out that Judy went to one of the meetings, but she only said she just told them who her name was, and then she went back to wherever she was at. She told them she didn't want nothing to do with it. We don't even know if they still have 12 members on there or not. We don't know the process for anything. We can't even find Ernst and Young. Have y'all seen Ernst and Young out here on these streets? I haven't seen them. The only thing I did see was some damn fireworks last week that was scheduled for the 4th of July. They could have saved that money and did a big one next year. I totally get it. People want to celebrate and have fun, and I get that. But we got enough problems going on. Because the way I see it, Flint is going to be the city formerly known as Flint, and we headed back to the state. Because it's no way in the world you got Eric Mays acting a damn fool. Telling y'all we're in a deficit. The budget is we are not. Don't listen to him. Oh yes, he's Mr. Mays doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm from Ward 9. I know what I'm talking about. I've been here as long as he has. You got Councilwoman Burns. You got Councilwoman Winfrey Carter. They had questions. Hell, I even think Dennis had questions about the budget, but nobody said anything. Well, at least the majority of council didn't say anything. And they passed the budget without any questions. Second year in a row. Second year we're in a deficit. Second year still no ARPA money has been spent. You've seen Ernst & Young sitting at the Flint Development Center. She is a junior accountant who works from home. The Ernst & Young. See, the people know more on Facebook about Ernst & Young because don't nobody down there know where Ernst & Young is. And that's just crazy to me. So I left after that. I don't know what else happened after that. I don't even know where they got with the master fee schedule. I thought that would be a good discussion because, like I said, I told everybody to switch over to Arthur Woodson's page. I do know that the Haskell Center, the PAL program, that Judy dropped that resolution 230289. That was dropped by Judy for the administration. So I don't know what they was going to do with the PAL program. It says resolution resolving the division of purchases and the supplies is hereby authorized to issue a purchase order for Dell Marketing or something for $22,000 for Haskell Community Center for the PAL program. So that was my update from the council meeting. And let me see, I probably got a few more minutes. I'm going to stay on here because it was some stuff that came up today that was brought to my attention on Flint Politics Reboot. They canceled Flint Community Schools. What's going on over there at the Flint Community Schools? I think we need to just all get together and we all need to go to the Flint Community Schools and see about our babies. Because they canceled school today due to extreme heat. It was muggy outside. And look, I just got a severe thunderstorm warning. But so it was muggy outside today. But it's going to be muggy a lot of days. And I thought the schools had air conditioners. I thought they just redid Doyle Ryder. Or maybe that wasn't a school that wasn't closed today. But I have questions. And I'm glad that President Michael Clack is one of my 810 colleagues. So I can't wait till he get on here next Wednesday with Trevor. Maybe he'll come on before then and give us a little special and just update us about what's going on at the Flint Community Schools. What's going on with Washington School? Did they ever find the contractor? What happened to that whole rebidding process? I got a lot of questions for them too. So we just gonna have to see what's going on. So Bruce, what is he saying? Any mayoral candidates running for their office in Flint, Michigan, and winning will most likely be a coattail of the Mott Foundation. Well, okay. Your perception. Okay. maybe plenty others too. The school that they the school that they closed down did. It had air, so they closed down the school that had air. Michelle, where's the money? Flint has millions, and these simple problems aren't being resolved. No, they're not. Let's just think back. Some simple problems. The opioid crisis. When Mary was in office, she put in a lawsuit for the opioid crisis, and they said they won $8.1 million. It's been in Flint now for at least a year. Nothing. No plan. No plan at all. But the police department got some nice three-wheelers and dirt bikes I seen, because they was over there at the Golden Leaf giving tickets out to people on the line and stuff, riding through there. I did not know what that was. So they got some money from somewhere. I thought it was for overtime, Chief Green, but I see you got some new bikes. But, that's just me. Maybe y'all had the money in the budget already, in the capital budget, for some new bikes. Shardy, he said, I believe it was 4 schools that were only closed today. Well, hell, how many do they got in Flint? They only got 4, don't they? Let's name them. How many schools are in the Flint School District? Shardy, you done got me started. I was getting ready to get off of here. But since you said it was 4 schools that was closed, how many schools do they got? I know they got Southwestern and Doyle Ryder. Durant Torrey Mott. Help me out. Okay. South, they got 11. Oh, okay, so the Pierce. Okay, so they just closed 4. So the 4 schools that they closed, were they in predominantly black neighborhoods, or were they sporadically placed throughout the city? I'm just gonna ask what all of y'all thinking. You know I'm gonna do that. So, I believe that's it. That's all I have for today. So next, oh, wait a minute. Quincy Murphy also said this. He mentioned the county. Now, I don't know if it's just the recall season, but these council people sure is telling a lot. And I got to go back and finish watching, because somebody said earlier that the Fab Five or the Sensational Six was flipping on each other. So I got to go back and see that. But Quincy said yesterday, he said the city is paying the county to maintain the parks, but the county is already getting a millage for the parks. Double dipping? Let me know. What else did I miss? Oh, Councilwoman Winfrey Carter said anything that comes across the table saying ARPA, she's not voting for it. She just letting you know the whole process is crooked. I'm not voting for nothing. Tanya said same, but she was quoting the Open Meetings Act, because the ARPA committee is an illegal multi-member body. I remember the last time I screwed that up, and she told me I better get it right. It's an illegal multi-member body, and that's what they was suing for. That's what they are suing for now. Whoever that Shelley Green Sparks is, what does she do? Is she over? I don't know what she's over again, but she wanted to meet with all of them. And Jerry Winfrey Carter said, if you want to talk to me, you can talk to me in public. I don't go into any meetings. And Shelley did say, she did confirm what Quincy was saying about they can't be any shut-off status if they want to qualify for any of them home re-improvement programs. So like Quincy said, well, hell, you just knocked off half of Flint. But you got to have home owner's insurance, and so they were saying, well, if we give you $15,000, you can take $2,000 to go get some home insurance, but so that means you only get 13 instead of the 15, like they was deducting your money that you were supposed to get because you got to go get some coverage. They don't offer coverage everywhere. Hello, that's what Councilwoman Time Burns has been talking about. You can't get coverage on every side of town. That's what Quincy Murphy was telling them. So these little figures, they did not sit down and think about all of this. We've been hollering on 810 that you won't qualify for your own money. And now they're just telling us right before our eyes. And Liddell said, go to other agencies like Mishta and stuff, and get caught up because she don't feel like people like her should be penalized if they all caught up on their bills. That they shouldn't be penalized from not being able to get the money, and y'all behind on y'all bills. That's what she said. That's y'all councilwoman of the second ward, who they said they almost have all the recall signatures for. So yes, let's go back here and we look at a couple. Mama Quill said Quincy is trying to take the attention off of him. That's why he's talking so much now and making a little bit of sense.
That'll do it.
All right, Mom.
That'll do it. Like you about to go to jail for something. Make you get right.
Mickey, you done came back. He getting
Yeah.
right with the Lord.
Yes, Lord.
He getting right with the Lord.
Getting right with him.
And then who else we got? Uh,
Uh,
oh, the Fab Five is breaking up.
when you
Kermit
break
said
up,
the Fab Five was looking fractured last night. Lord have mercy. Was they looking that bad? I gotta go back and see it. Well, what happened? What did they do? Y'all just have to tell me later. So, but that's all I had. I don't want to keep y'all. Mickey, did you have any takeaways from yesterday's meeting?
I did. Remember, I got bored too. It wasn't the same without E-Maze there.
Yeah, but we're not there for the entertainment.
No, we not. But I'm nah. Come on.
But we are there to bring you the news. But a little bit of entertainment to keep us woke, that don't hurt sometimes because last night it was just tired. We was just tired last night. Um,
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I mean, Tanya and Jerry Winfrey Carter was trying to fight. I even like what Dennis was saying when he said about that garbage contract, bring it back in house. It
yeah.
seemed like it'd be they would save more money.
That's what he said. He was like, because if the figures y'all giving me for the next 6 years that y'all want to put us in, well, 6 times 6 is 36. That's 36 million right there. Plus, all of the taxes and everything else, because it was 6 point something million each year. That can buy you some trucks, a couple mechanics, and maybe build a damn garage to put the trucks in too. I'm just saying it worked before. I think the only reason, may he rest in peace, the Don bought the trucks from one of his friends or something. Then he sold them or he did something. But then the Don bought all red trucks. He tried bringing it back in, and I don't know. I ain't gonna get started. I don't even want to talk about nothing I don't know
What
nothing about.
I will go with this. I'm seeing a couple people in the comments, Melissa and Shardy. You can't blame Mays. He wasn't there last night.
That's true. That's true. What this say? The city has brand new trucks, street maintenance, the water department, the sewer department, flashing beware signal lights. They pretty too. Them some
And
pretty trucks that they got too. Said Eric is good ratings, but you know what Eric does make Eric. I always said when a picture is in front of you, always look behind the picture. Like, don't just pay attention to what's right in front of you, because they censuring him to September the 1st. It's not going to make him stop cussing. That man been cussing his whole life, so he's just going to just stop cussing September the 1st. No, they trying to ease all of this stuff by as fast as they can without him stalling, filibustering, whatever you want to call it, pointless points of order, whatever. He's going to ask the questions. Now, Councilwoman Tanya Burns, Councilwoman Jerry Ricciardi, they've been asking the questions. Now you got a couple other ones. I do see they asking little questions, but then they still vote for it. Now that kills me right there. That just kills me. Charlie says so they got brand new trucks, but can't take the precious time to help the people get some home improvement on their homes. Oh, okay. No, they can take the time. They just was giving them a whole lot more money than what they asked for. And
now,
so people was like, if you can give them so much money, how come you can't give money to? Somebody else.
Now that was now that was a good one when you said when the mayor called back and said you asked for 100 and
I couldn't
told
believe
you
that.
you can get 200. But when the city council is not the check, when you not if they're the control of the purse strings. I will say this with Reverend Thrillkill always said, cut his money off. Cut the money.
Yeah. And Councilwoman Burns, she posted today, Flint Politics Reboot, 7 hours ago. The interim CFO, Jane, here go Jane again, child. Jane stated she has been waiting for the city to give her a plan regarding waste collection and also that the city would be facing a $469,000 budget deficit. Approval of that resolution would extend priority waste contract without having a bidding process.
Mm, that's rough there.
What does Audrey say? You reading it? You want
No,
me to read it?
I'll let you go ahead. Go ahead.
I remember bringing up. I remember bringing up us taking back garbage trucks during campaigning, and several of the candidates tried to sneak this. Now it's back on them. Boom, sister. But they didn't want you, right, sister? Don't get me started on that, sister. Huh? They all knew back then what was up, sister. That's all right. You didn't fit their little narrative, sister. So now they dealing with the consequences, sister Audrey. Jane told it all. Kermit, I didn't see you there last night, but you would have loved it. Jane told everything that she wanted to tell and then some more.
I'm telling you, I was in the hallway. I was looking at some of the administration.
I
One of
Ed Taylor looked like, why don't you? He was standing there like, shut the hell up, Jane. He was, oh, he looked like he. I wouldn't have wanted to be Jane today. That's all I got to
oh
say.
yeah, Jane
I
probably
wouldn't want
got.
to be Jane
But
today.
hold up, but Jane said she's out.
Jane said she was out as soon as.
So Jane don't care. It's one of them jobs. One of them days. Fire me.
Jane said, I don't care. I don't care what you say. And that was all my takeaways. That was my takeaways from the meeting. Right versus wrong. Shout out to them. Y'all follow right versus wrong. I don't know who these people are, but they sure be right on a lot of stuff. So shout out to right versus wrong. And Arthur Woodson. He was the only one that I seen report anything about this creature. John Cole was found competent to stand trial in court. He will be back in court on August 31st at 10:30 a.m. His lawyer filed a motion for him to be released on home arrest, but it was denied. Thank you, Jesus. Hell, what you gonna let him out again for? So thank you, Art, for reporting on that. Art is not letting go of that, and I'm glad he's not. Everybody, what happened,
Nah, she set me up.
Mama?
She set me up. I didn't look
That,
at that right.
I'm just saying. That's why. That's where I get it from. Get it from my mama. So, also, what's this huge money and waste collection? You know what, Tim? Let's talk about that because I just got some questions, and I don't want to like point the fingers, but since you said huge dollars in waste collection, boom, I know how to put it back up there. Huge dollars in waste collection. Surprised the city would want to consider doing in-house instead of out-house bids unless they can't compete because of equipment costs. Well, Dennis said that as much as they paying, that they could buy it all. Now, this is what I have a question with Tim. Why is it so much corruption in garbage? Because if you think about the Sopranos or the mobs, the mob, it was garbage. Rizzo went to jail, and the attorney for Rizzo went to jail, and it's always confusion when it comes to garbage collection bids. Why is that? It's garbage. Am I missing something? Is garbage a hot commodity? I mean that everybody just wants to get their hand on garbage. I'm just saying. What is the connection between garbage collection and all of these scandals? It goes back, way back, mob ties. Mickey, you want to talk about it?
No.
I knew you was gonna say that. That's why I said that. Michelle, look, I'm gonna put it up there. Look, I know how to put it up there now, Michelle. The mob dominates garbage and construction and the unions. Yes.
The views of
I'm
Wyntis
saying.
Hall
I'm
has
just saying
nothing to
how I
do.
just say
The
I just
last 15 minutes of this show has been heard. I'll take everything before that.
I work for A10 News Media Group. But I just got some questions. Any mob bosses want to sit down with Mickey?
Oh,
Let me
hell
know.
no. No, you a lie.
Because Mickey has some questions. You, Mickey is my boss, so I think Mickey
Nah.
should sit down with the mob bosses and let us know the history of garbage collection
You
in the
can
mob world.
call it, yeah, whatever.
We just clouded. We just clouded right now. So look, we about to get out of here. Next week, I will be down for a week. Next week we'll have a rerun on here. I won't be here next week. I don't know. You guys tell me which rerun you want to see. If you
Oh,
want
we might, you know what? Just don't say that. Just say I might get some good pre-records, and we might do that. Do some little pre-records, and then it'll be
Oh, you know what we can play next week during my time?
uh uh. Leave that alone.
I was gonna say the Maurice Davis
Oh, gotcha,
back
gotcha,
because
gotcha, gotcha,
Saturday, A10
gotcha.
Media Group is the official media group for the Maurice Davis Blues on the Line over there on Dayton Street from 5 to 9, and me and my big sister Christine Brown will be there interviewing people and bringing you the show live if you can't get out the house. But if you can, bring you a lawn chair because we're gonna have a funky good time over there on day 10. A10 will be representing, and then also Friday night we got the all white party for them Northern Vikings. Even though I'm a Southwestern Nine and I think that we're the best. I don't know when we're ever gonna have a tailgate, but I'm just throwing that out there. But the big tailgate that everybody is talking about, the Vikings, the big red Vikings, that's Saturday. But it does happen to be one of the biggest Black events in the city of Flint. And shout out to Harletta Martin and all of her crew that has been assisting her. I've seen Bill Campbell go live a lot of times. Um, um, uh, Uncle Go Go, Gordon Strozier, he's always on there promoting and talking about the Northern Tailgate and arguing with people about it. Michael Clack, I seen him on there helping with the cleanup. I can't think of anybody else that I remember charging to my head and not my heart. You can charge it to both. I already care. I can't remember nobody else. Let's see. Will you still have the show Saturday morning? Stay tuned, baby. You know we can't go give it all away. Stay tuned. Stay tuned to 18. Matter of fact, go to the YouTube channel right now. Subscribe to A10 News Media Group. Hit that notification bell, and when you hear that bell ring Saturday, you will know who's on A10 News Media Group. But tomorrow at noon, I know who's going to be on, and that's Trevor Berryhill. Trevor's rant will be on tomorrow at noon, and tomorrow at 8 o'clock, Miss Ashley Richmond will be on for Club Rich, giving us all the latest and greatest gossip and from Hollywood. Hell, if they can talk about it out there, we can talk about it right here. Worth tea. So shout out to those two on tomorrow. And y'all stay tuned for Saturday and we'll let you know when you hit that bell notification. But don't forget to hit our GoFundMe. Because right now you're going to listen to Louie and Polo until you put us in the building. So shout out to Louie and Polo. They're going to co-host with me until we get in the building. But again, thank you to A10 News Media Group, all of my hall monitors, all of my rebooters, and shout out to Mickey Jordan, the greatest producer in the world. We love you and we shall see you soon. Bye now.